In the thrilling and often volatile world of boxing, a sport built on raw power, unshakable confidence, and the audacity to claim greatness, the heavyweight division stands as the ultimate stage. It is here, among the largest and most dangerous men on the planet, that legends are forged and legacies are defined. At the very summit of this formidable mountain currently resides Oleksandr Usyk, a Ukrainian master craftsman of the ring, a fighter whose silky smooth footwork and unparalleled technical skill have seen him conquer the division and become the undisputed heavyweight champion. Usyk is not just a champion. He is a puzzle, an enigma that no one has yet been able to solve in the professional ranks. But in the unpredictable theater of combat sports, every reign, no matter how dominant, is met with a chorus of challengers, and one of the most vociferous voices to emerge from the heavyweight ranks belongs to a man who calls himself the Artist of Destruction. That man is Jarrell Miller, a fighter with a record of 26 wins, 1 loss and 2 draws, and a persona as large as his imposing frame. With a career that has been as controversial as it has been powerful, Miller is not just a boxer. He is a force of nature who believes he holds the key to dismantling the champion's reign. In a recent interview, Miller threw down the gauntlet with a level of confidence that has rarely been seen, asserting that he would be a nightmare in the ring for Usyk. These words, however, came from a fighter who has not officially won a fight in more than 2 years, a fact that makes his bold claims all the more compelling and, to many, unbelievable. The audacity of a man on the fringes of the top-tier competition calling out the undisputed king of the division is a narrative that instantly captures attention and sets the stage for a dramatic saga. To fully understand the gravity of Miller's claim, one must first look at the fighter himself. Known by the nickname Big Baby, Miller is a mountain of a man who uses his immense size and relentless pressure to overwhelm his opponents. His fighting style is built on a foundation of aggression, a non-stop, chin-down assault designed to break his opponent's will. He is the antithesis of Usyk, whose style is one of finesse, movement, and surgical precision. Miller's persona, the Artist of Destruction, is more than just a name. It's a philosophy he brings into the ring, a promise of a high-volume, punishing attack meant to wear down and ultimately stop his adversaries. His claim to be a nightmare for Usyk is rooted in this stylistic mismatch, a classic battle of the bull versus the matador. Miller did not mince words when he laid out his tactical blueprint for a potential showdown with the Ukrainian champion. Speaking with a fierce conviction, he declared, "I know for sure that I can beat Usyk. With me training and having a proper training camp, I know I can beat Usyk. I would run him over." He went on to explain his reasoning, stating that Usyk has a problem with guys who lower their chin and want to fight. In Miller's mind, Usyk's masterful footwork and technical brilliance are a beautiful facade that hides a vulnerability to a truly relentless, forward-marching brawler. He believes that by constantly applying pressure and refusing to give Usyk the space to box, he would turn the fight into a war of attrition, a street fight in a ring, where his size and strength would become the dominant factors. However, the path from bold claim to undisputed title fight is long and fraught with peril, and a massive roadblock stands directly in Jarrell Miller's way. While he may have his sights set on Oleksandr Usyk, the reality is that such a fight is, at this moment, just a dream. To make it a reality, Miller must first prove that he is still a world-class heavyweight capable of competing at the highest level. His chance to do so will come in a crucial fight against fellow heavyweight contender Michael Hunter, a formidable opponent who has no intention of simply stepping aside. This fight, a do-or-die moment for Miller's career, is scheduled for Thursday, September 11, 2025, in Las Vegas, a location that has hosted some of the biggest and most dramatic moments in boxing history. The timing of the fight adds to its significance. It is set to take place just 2 days before the highly anticipated super fight between Mexican superstars Saul Canelo Alvarez and the pound-for-pound king, Terence Crawford. This prime placement puts Miller and Hunter squarely in the media spotlight, ensuring that their bout will be watched by a wide audience of dedicated boxing fans. For Miller, This is both a blessing and a curse. It provides him with a grand stage to announce his return to the elite, but it also means that the pressure to perform is immense. A victory would not only validate his recent claims but would also put him squarely in the conversation for a future title shot. A loss, however, would be devastating, effectively ending his hopes of ever challenging for a heavyweight championship. Michael Hunter, the man standing in Miller's path, is a legitimate and dangerous fighter in his own right. He is a skilled boxer with a respectable record and a history of competing at a high level. Hunter is not a fighter to be overlooked, and he will undoubtedly be a tough test for Miller. He represents the final gatekeeper, the last line of defense before a fighter can legitimately claim a spot in the top 5 of the division. For Miller, this fight is a chance to prove that he is not just a loud voice, but a genuine threat. It is a chance for him to show the world that his confidence is backed by real skill and a renewed focus. The larger heavyweight picture also plays into this narrative. With Usyk sitting atop the division, the boxing world is always on the lookout for a new and compelling challenger. While there are a number of worthy contenders waiting in the wings, none of them offer the same kind of stylistic contrast and larger-than-life persona that Jarrell Miller brings to the table. His audacity, his controversial past, and his unique fighting style all combine to create a compelling story. In a sport that thrives on drama, Miller's challenge, however premature, is a gift to promoters and fans alike, a new storyline to follow in a division that is always in need of fresh narratives. The stakes are impossibly high for Jarrell Miller. His career, his reputation, and his future ambitions all hang in the balance. The path to a championship fight, which he so confidently proclaimed, now runs directly through Michael Hunter. A victory on September 11th will not only keep his dreams alive but will also serve as a powerful statement to the boxing world. It would be a signal that the artist of destruction has returned, more focused and more dangerous than ever before. But a loss would be a harsh and unceremonious end to his run as a top contender. The boxing world will be watching, not just to see who wins, but to see if Miller's bold claims are truly backed by the skill and determination required to get to the top.